Okay, in this video I will show you how I created something similar to Yakuake. Maybe you are not familiar with Yakuake, but I'm for a long time a user of this really useful way of launching the terminal console in Linux. Because an image or a video it's better than 1,000 words, I decided to look it up a video in YouTube for showing how Yakuake looks like. Here you can see that Linux desktop, and then the user is just clicking one key. In my case, it's F1, and with F1 it launches that. Let me say roll down. Let me replay the video. You can see here how the console appears. Okay, what I do when I run Linux is just click F1 and the console appears. Doesn't matter what are the applications that I have running. Just with that shortcut, I have my console ready for working. It's always on top, and if I want to hide the console, just click F1 again, and it disappears. For doing that in Windows, it's not so easy. At least the applications that I found for doing that are quite old, not updated, and neither fully compatible with Windows 10. Other problems is what they do is just launch a command line interface for Windows, which is not what I expect. I expect a shell, a Linux shell. So what I did at the end is install WSL in Windows. So I have now Bash available in my Windows. And then using an open source application called Autohotkey, okay, what it allows is create scripts and bind those scripts to shortcuts, binding keys at the end of the day. And those scripts are really powerful. I recommend you to spend some time learning a little bit about this tool if you need to create some automations, because it's really powerful tool. In my case, what I did is just create that small script that you can see here, and I created a function, and then I assigned this function to the key F1, and then what I do is just call the function saying please run the bash in my Windows system. What this function does is just check if bash is already running. If it isn't, what it checks is if it's active. So if it's the active window in my Windows environment. If it's active, then it toggles, and then what it does is just minimize the application. If it isn't, so if it's inactive, oops, it's not well indented. Sorry. If it's not active, it does nothing. Well, sorry, if it's not active, what it does is run that final part. I will explain that later. If it's not exist, what it does is run it, and then wait until it runs with a timeout of 4 seconds. When it's running, it's what it does is it's restore the window, activate the window, set the window on top. You don't really need that, because if you just activate, it's the same like restore and put on top. But I prefer to be explicit for avoid misbehaviors for other unpredicted applications running. The next thing that I do is check how many screens I have connected to in my laptop, because at home I use three monitors for working. And then when I have more than 2 monitors, what I do is just present the bash window in that position. At the end of the day, this is the second screen of those 3 screens, okay? And this is the size of the screen, okay? If I only run 1 or 2 screens, what it happens is the console, terminal console appears in first screen in position 00, and finally what I do is hide the title bar. Once you have the script done, what you have to do is just come here and click the right click in your mouse and say compile script. Now you have an exe file, and just double click the exe file and you can see how it appears in the try icon bar. And now just clicking F1, here you can see my bash console. I click F1 again and it disappears, F1 appears, F1 disappears. So as you can see, at the end of the day, it's a console. Okay, it's super interesting because here I have, let me say, the regular Linux tools. Okay, I don't know. You have ifconfig, you have a lot of things. Okay. So I hope it was useful, this video for you, and this is all what I want to share with you.